Hey, folks. I've been talking to you for 12 minutes, and you were not hearing or seeing me, but now you are. Whew. I should have restarted the whole thing when the chat was not up. As I explained to you guys already in the first 12 minutes of the show, can you hear me? Can you see me now? Hello, people. Hello, people. It is me. Stage fright. Yeah, now I'm seeing your comments, and you guys are wondering where I was. In my mind, I was here. I thought I was here all the time. I guess it was not coming through. Can you guys please confirm with me now that you can hear and see me? Can you hear this? Hello, hello. Hey, there it is. There's a delay. Hey, what's up, guys? Oh, thank God. What's up, Mike M? I already said hello to all of you guys, but I'm going to do it again because nobody heard it. What's up, Laura? What's up, the idiots? Crystal, Noda, Con, Elizabeth Fahey, Marta's there, Lance O, George McGregor, Mike M, I think I already said you. Okay, wow. So glad that you guys were able to communicate to Emma, and I was kind of realizing at the same time, nobody's seeing me at all, so I had to stop and restart, and here we are. So I owe you guys one of these, which I'm one ahead of you. I already took one of these, but I'm happy to take another. And I'll do a little dance for you guys. It's a drive-by. This is episode number 47, everybody, of The Big New Show. With me, your host, Ben Bailey, who just did 12 minutes of the show and will now have to do it again. What's up, Picris? Lance O, Con, Mike M. Who else is there now? It's so hard to, remember. There's Monorail 425. What is up? George McGregor. Marta, I said hello to you before, but I don't think anyone was hearing. Marta and Con were the first ones in. Look, it's Big Ben, Little Ben. That doesn't happen often. Whoosh. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody, and a toast to you guys for waiting around for me while I don't seem to be able to manage the technical aspects of the show. Cheers, you guys. Sorry for the delay. I had done 12 minutes of the show. I had told you guys all about my trip, so I'm going to tell you again. I was still in the process. So I had a great run. I did a bunch of shows. I went to Champaign-Urbana, where there was no place to return a rental car. Like one-way drop-off. None of the companies would let me drop off a rental car in Champaign-Urbana, Illinois, which is crazy to me. Spinalo, what is up? I think, there's McBangus. I think I said hello to all you guys. If I didn't, feel free to chime in and say hello to me, and I will surely. Oh, there's Chooch. I guess Chooch is in there. Oh, man, crazy. There's Cammy G. What's up? So, yeah, Champaign-Urbana, I could not return, or rather drop off, return a rental car. You know, when you pick it up in one place and you drop it off at another, which is one of the greatest services out there in the rental car arena, I think, because it really makes some things possible and a lot easier. But I could not get a rental car that I could drop off in Champaign-Urbana, so I Ubered. I flew into Indianapolis, and I took an Uber from Indianapolis, or as the woman at the rental car place pronounced it, Indianapolis. So you're picking up in Indianapolis. What's up, Kimon Kreiner? Yeah, I picked up in Indianapolis. Or I wanted to, and wanted to drop off at Champaign-Urbana, but I could not. Special Ed, what up? A.K.A. Shad. So I Ubered. I took an Uber from Indianapolis all the way to Champaign-Urbana, which is a little over 2 hours. I had a big, crazy day last Thursday. Got up here to the Aeropuerto on a plane to Indy. Then a 2+ hour Uber. Then the show in Champaign-Urbana. And then a little over a 3 hour drive to St. Louis after that. so that I could then get up at 6:45 the next day and do press in St. Louis. I think I did 4 radio and 2 TV appearances in St. Louis on Friday morning. And then 2 shows Friday night, then 2 shows Saturday. So 4 shows at the old Westport Plaza in St. Lou. The Funny Bone. Got to see some of my friends there. Love that place. Hilarious place. It's an institution. It has not changed. And I'm not just talking about the club. It's the whole of Westport Plaza. Westport Plaza. Place needs a facelift a little bit, but it's an awesome, fun place. So if you guys are ever in that area, check that out. But yeah, I had a great run there. I had 4 shows there. I got standing O's twice. I got a standing O on Sunday night in Springfield, Mo. And then flew home Monday. And it was great, you guys. It was really a great trip all around. I brought this young feller named Jeff Bailey, no relation, to feature on the shows. And he came along. He had a great time. He did a great job. And it was just all around fun, man. It made me feel great about what I do. And the fact that I have returned to just really doing stand-up. Like, I think that's been a really good change for me. So, yeah, 4-show run. Coming up next, Hawaii. Next Thursday, a week from tomorrow night, on Thursday the 25th, I'll be at a place called Duh Playground Maui. Duh Playground Maui. And you can get tickets for that at duhplaygroundmaui.com. Then the next night, I'm at a place that I can't right now remember the name of. So let's put it up on the screen. Put it up on a screen. Oops, that needs to be refreshed. Come on now, show me the good ones. There we go. The Playground Maui, May 25th, which I'll be happy to stop having to promote Duh Playground because it makes me feel silly every time I say it. Crossroads in Honolulu, May 26th. So check that out. If you guys are in Hawaii, come to a show. It's going to be much fun. Bergen Performing Arts Center, the Bergen Pack, right here in New Jersey, my home state, on June the 8th. Then the United Theater in Westerly, Rhode Island, on June 10th. House of Independence in Asbury Park, New Jersey, on June 14th. Comedy at the Carlson, Rochester, New York, June 16th and 17th. The Crest Theater in Sacramento, California, on June 28th. Crystal Bay Casino in Lake Tahoe, Nevada, on the 29th. Cobb's Comedy Club in San Francisco, California, on the 30th of June and July 1st. Then down to Tulum, California, to the Black Oak Casino for July 2nd. And that's the end of the early run there. So we'll pick up after that here in a minute. After that, I got 2 months off. July and August. I don't have another road show after that until September 7th. I am so looking forward to that. But I'm also looking forward to all the shows, man. I'm just having a great, great time. And I'm having a great time doing this show, you guys. I'm so glad that it's actually happening. Crystal Notice says it's 420 somewhere. Yep, that's right. It's always 420 somewhere, maybe. Not sure that's true. Pickrus, you're darn right. Representing Jersey. You know what? I'm having a drink. Let's do another one. Cheers, everybody. It's time for you to drink your drink. It's pretty self-explanatory what's on the screen there. All right, now I feel silly. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. It might be 420 in Hawaii. Cobb's is a classic, says Con. That's right, man. Cobb's is great fun. Haven't been there in a while. Looking forward to going back. I think it's pre-COVID since I've been there. Skol. Skol, everyone. Skol. So, yeah, then coming back to it in September, a cool place called Higher Ground up in Burlington, Vermont. I think maybe people are going to be a little bit high. Marion Ross Performing Arts Center in Albert Lee, Minnesota, followed by the Prairie's Edge Casino in Granite Falls, and then St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake in Turtle Lake, Wisconsin, and then a place called The Plus, which looks like a very cool venue in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and then wrapping up that little run on Sunday, September 17th, at the Comedy Vault in Batavia, Illinois. That's the end of that little run. Then there's Cohoes, New York, Albany, on September 21st. Looking to fill a gap on the 22nd somewhere up that way. On the 23rd, it's not on here yet, but it will be soon. I'm going to be doing an event in Jamestown, New York. There's going to be trivia and all kinds of stuff. That's Saturday, September 23rd. We'll get that info up as soon as I remember to send it to the people who need it to put it up. September 24th, the Funny Bone, Syracuse, New York. Going to be good to be back in the Q's. Then I head back out west, Tacoma, Washington on September 29th, Portland, Oregon on the 30th, Eugene, Oregon, October 1st. There's also possibly going to be a theater in there on September 28th in northern California. So it would be the day before, somewhere in Napa for September 28th in the Napa Valley. Then heading back to the Midwest in October, Cincinnati on the 5th, Louisville, Kentucky on the 6th and 7th, Columbus, Ohio on the 8th. Then back out, further out to Nebraska for October 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. I will be in 3 different locations in Nebraska: Omaha, Norfolk, and Kearney. At least that's how we say it here. They might pronounce it differently. It's also slightly different spelling here. November 2nd, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. November 4th, Owings Mills, outside of Baltimore, Maryland, at the Gordon Center. November 10th, Lake Placid, New York. November 12th, Levity Live, West Nyack, New York. November 17th, the House of Blues in New Orleans, Louisiana. November 18th, Club 337 in Lafayette, Louisiana. December 1st through 3rd. This was just added. I'm excited about this because this is a place that I have never been within these United States, and that place is Key West, Florida. The place called Comedy Key West. The 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. It's a small venue, so we're going to do a fair. I think I'm doing 5 shows in there. Then up to Stuart, Florida, to the Lyric Theater. Then to the Dania Beach Improv in Dania Beach, Florida. So lots of shows still to come on this tour. And for those of you who have been to a show, I'm trying to think of a name for this tour. I'd love to hear any ideas that you guys have. Yay, Nebraska, that's right. And Tacoma. Yeah, Lance, I'm going to be out your way again. Tacoma. I come back to Tacoma. Mother of tacos. She's the mother of tacos, and they call her Tacoma. So excited about all these shows, man. And we're adding more. We're still adding more. And now I'm drumming and not doing anything. Let's check out some good news. It's the good news, everybody. It's a segment where I tell you a piece of good news in a world filled with bad news. To remind you that there is still some good news from day to day. Today is no exception. There is some good news. At least I think it's good news. This one's a little different from our semi-regular environmental improvements, which I keep seeing more and more of those. I keep seeing clips of giant ships pulling in huge nets with tons and tons and tons of plastic. Like, we are actually cleaning up the plastic in the oceans. Finally. After people talked about, there's a thing of plastic in the ocean that's as big as, Kim and Kreiner says, Ben Bailey's big new tour. Interesting idea. I kind of like that. But for years, decades, people were like, there's so much plastic, it's the size of Texas. And now there's actually something being done about it. So that is not today's good news, but I'm very happy about that as well. This is the good news headline for today. Georgia State University hails first class of inmate graduates, a degree to utilize when they come home. So inmates, people in penitentiaries, in prison in Georgia, have gotten college degrees while they're inside so that when they get out, they can actually try to better themselves. Georgia State University's Prison Education Project. In caps, gowns, and perhaps even blues, 9 inmates at Walker State Prison in Georgia are set to receive their associate's degrees for 60 credit hours of coursework done while incarcerated. 3 are graduating with highest honors, 3.9 to 4.0 GPA, while the other 6 are graduating with high honors, 3.7 to 3.89. Organized by Georgia State University as a part of their prison education project, the courses included a variety of subjects such as environmental science, English, philosophy, ethics, and geology. The GSUPEP program, also known as GSUPEP, began in 2016 and offers college courses at Walker State Prison and Phillips State in Beaufort, and is currently offering enrichment courses at the Federal U.S. Penitentiary in Atlanta. I think this is a great idea. Mark G., thanks, man. Blowing it up. $2. I want my $2. Movie quote. You guys, you have to be able to get that one. I want my $2. There's a couple of you that I just know that one immediately as soon as I say it. Although I did share that with someone. I've probably told this story on here before. I was outside a club in Providence, Rhode Island. It was New Year's Eve of 2014 or 13 or one of those two. And a little kid comes riding toward us on a BMX bike wearing all black and a hat. And I cannot see that without thinking of the movie I just quoted to you. So I said that line, I want my $2, assuming that these guys that were like in their late 30s, con, paperboy, better off dead. I'm assuming these guys are going to laugh and know immediately that I'm referring to the movie Better Off Dead, which is a great 80s movie starring John Cusack. But they had no idea what I was talking about. They had no clue. They had never heard of the film. And I was like, what is wrong with you? Then I shared that story with 2 of my hockey buddies while we were playing golf one day, and they had never heard of it. I couldn't believe it. I was speechless, as I just reenacted for you now. They had never heard of Better Off Dead. 4 people that I talked to. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, back to the good news. Inmates are getting educated and bettering themselves. Not only have these students demonstrated that they are critical thinkers by completing a degree, but they've also shown tremendous character to seek education and follow it through to the end, said President Blake. The degree they rightfully earned can never be taken away. By 2025, GSU would like to offer the PEP associate's degree in 5 other Georgia penitentiaries. I just think this is great, you guys. More good prison news, it says here. Here's a little subline. San Quentin Prison is using a Scandinavian model of rehabilitation to turn ex-cons into good neighbors. Like, there was a part in here that I wanted to share with you. Oh, no, this is it. No. Where'd it go? There was a little bit I wanted to share with you guys here. It was great. It was like some inmates they're taking knitting classes. They're like doing arts and crafts. Here's why I think this is great. I think that a lot of the people that are in our prison system, and that is a lot of people, are in there because they were failed in from one to any number of ways, by their own family situation, by their home situation, or by the educational system, or just the there's a lot of people that are probably not even really supposed to be in there, and a lot of them that are saw no other way than the way they went, and then they're just stuck there, and there's no way for them to change things or better themselves, and so without that, what hope do they have? What's up, Overloaded? Seeing a new name. Overloaded says, I did better half of a decade in the joint from 2012 to 2019. Lots of programs in there. Well, that's good to know. Glad you're out and doing okay. Huh. There you go. Someone directly affected by this stuff. So anything that's sort of aligns people that are in that situation to a new start, right? We can't just throw people away, man. If they're in there, it's largely because they were failed by the society in one way or another. Not everybody. Of course, some people are just guilty, but I don't think anybody's just bad. I don't think anybody's just born bad. That's right, George Thorogood. You heard me say it. You're full of shit. You could tell right away. No way, man. Babies are an open slate, clean slate. That's the term. So, people deserve a second chance. Third chance, fourth chance, maybe not. But a second chance. So that's the good news, you guys. Some people are getting that second chance. Yeah, I'm playing the graphic again. Holy shit, Overloaded. Overloaded says prison saved my life. It's amazing, man. That is amazing. I'm very thankful for it. How awesome is that? Wow. That's crazy. I just randomly picked that because that popped up and I was like, that's good news. That's really good news. Overloaded is writing a book. Overloaded, are you a man or a woman? I can't tell by your name. What are your pronouns? That's great. That's really fantastic, man. Lance O says, Mongo like candy. Spinal Biped says, in my situation, I could have been a real bitter guy because of my back, but I'm a nice guy. You sure are, and that's great. Yeah, I'll bet you did, Overloaded. See some crazy stuff in there. Hope it wasn't too awful. For all of your sakes. Troyez, or Troyz. How do you say that? Hey, Big Ben, you're one of just a handful of comedians who I would pay to go see. Never stop doing what you do. You're a funny man. Thanks very much, Troy. That's very nice, man. I appreciate that. It's always good to hear. At this point, I'm kind of old and don't have a lot of other options anyway, so you're in luck. Overloaded is a man, he, him. Okay, buddy. Glad you got through it. Rough as it was. Now you're out and you're in a better place, so hang in and let us know about your book. We'll do what we can to help you get it out there, so maybe you make some money and maybe you spread some knowledge about it. Concon says, Ben Bailey's Laugh American Style Tour. I like that. Marta Weller is talking about Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks is definitely a living legend. Yes, he is. I know he is because my lawyer, Mr. Jeff Cohen, has lunch with him every Thursday. Mongo Fix and Do Right. What's up, Irie? Overloaded says, you ever want to hear about it, let me know. LOL. I'll Discord, call you, and share. Oh, my God, man. You've really been through the shit, brother. You're exactly the kind of the type of individual that I was talking about. It sounds like you had a rough go and didn't have a lot of options and ended up in a bad spot. So happy to hear that you're through that and you're doing better. And it's nice to have such heavy and serious stuff peppered with quotes from Blazing Saddles. I hope you don't see it as insensitive. I mean, Mongo punching the horse is about as funny as shit gets. There you go. I went from victim to survivor. That is fantastic, man. Chooch, are you talking to me? I do have a great lawyer. My lawyer, Jeff Cohen, lawyer and good friend now of many, many years, he played Chunk. I can't believe I just said Junk. He played Chunk in The Goonies. The guy, he was a young boy then. Grew up to become an entertainment lawyer, and he is mine, and he's fantastic. Great guy, great lawyer, great guy to have in your corner. E. Ireless says, Accidental Ornithologist is one of my favorite specials from anyone. Thank you very much, man. I love it. I love it. Overloaded is rolling on the floor laughing. Nice. Blazing Saddles, pretty hilarious. And Gene Wilder, I mean, one of the all-time comedic actors. So good, so funny, just so genuine, and you know he was a great guy. Jeffrey M., what's up? Sup, Ben Bailey, love you, dude. Have a great tour. Thanks, man. I'm in it. It's happening. I appreciate that. So far, so good. Many, many shows to come. Yeah, Alex Karras, Monorail 425, played Mongo. Yep. And he played Webster's dad. That's right. He was also in, I think there's an episode of The $6 Million Man where they had like all these NFL players. I think he was in that. Irie says Chunk. Yeah, man. Yeah, very cool. Chunk is great. Great lawyer. He doesn't go by Chunk anymore. But I love that guy. Great dude. Mongo is Alex Karras, former NFL player from Blazing Saddles. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and that's a great episode of The $6 Million Man. Because there's all these NFL guys in it. And it's just like hilariously bad, cheesy, like 70s. I guess that's 70s stuff. Gene Wilder is the OG Willy Wonka, no doubt. He was so good that I have to imagine that when Johnny Depp was looking at the prospect of playing Willy Wonka, he was probably like, oh, shit. Even Johnny Depp was probably like, oh, my God, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Like, he was just perfect. Perfect Willy Wonka. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. Like, he was just the right amount of, like there's some parts in there where it's like, oh my God, this is actually like kind of scary. As a kid, you're like, oh, what is that? And he made it feel real enough that it could actually be, it was a little bit frightening. Kilman Kreiner says, Ben doesn't know it, but he has helped me through some difficult times with accidental ornithology, especially amongst other things afterwards. Well, that's really nice to know, Kilman. I'm very happy to hear that I've helped you through. Mark D, hey, Ben, any dates New York, New Jersey area? Yeah, man, you just missed, if you weren't here for that, I just rattled them off. I can put them back up there. I've got what it takes to do that. Let's roll down here. Look at this. June 8th, Bergen Performing Arts Center, the Bergen Pack in Englewood, New Jersey, June 8th. And then just 6 days later, 8 plus 6 is 14, Asbury Park, New Jersey, House of Independence. Now, this is part of a big comedy and music festival that they're doing here in Jersey this summer, which is pretty exciting, man. I'm excited to be a part of it. We kind of squeezed it in there. That's a small room. I think it only holds 140 people or something. So get your tickets for that if you want to. That's Asbury Park, New Jersey, June 14th. And that's it for the jurors right now, those two. But that's two. That's quite a few. That's enough, isn't it? Elizabeth Faye says, speaking of hilarious, Ben, where's the next Bwam? Viewer question. This is from Elizabeth Fahey. She says, where is the next Bwam? You know what I think? I think it's coming soon. I think it's coming soon. I think we need to make another Bwam. It's time. Bwam, episode 2. I'm going to start working on that. You have inspired me. I'm trying to get a feature-length film going, and so I'm focusing my efforts on that, but it's not happening yet. So maybe in the meantime, we could make another Bwam. Mark D., I hope you come to one of those shows, man. You're not a slacker. I'm glad you joined us. All right, let's do this because I know that you guys are just waiting and waiting. Spokane. I won't be in Spokane. Sorry, let me go back to this. I won't actually be in Spokane, but I will be in... I was in Spokane not that long ago, doing some Spokane word poetry. It is going to be Tacoma. I got Tacoma, Portland, and Eugene, Oregon. Those are end of September, beginning of October. That's as close as I'm going to be to Spokane this year. Maybe I'll get back there next year because I think it was this year or late last year. So yeah, sorry about that. No Spokane. Coming soon, Bwam. Yeah, I think we should do it. And Emma will be super excited. We still talk about what a great time we had. Hey, Ben, first-time live stream viewer. What's up, Talented Hack 182? I like your name. Grew up watching Cash Cat with my dad. I'm 21 now, and we still reminisce and watch it together. I have also loved discovering your comedy career. Cheers. Thanks, man. Thanks, Talent Hack 182. I'm going to blow it up for that. Welcome to the hang. It's just a hang. It's not a stand-up performance. It's just a hang. Name it. We're doing a lot of Gene Wilder movies now. Silver Streak, Hear No Evil, See No Evil. Yep. Laura says, Emma captured by another villainous man with a stuffed cat. I like it. Wow. Okay. Let's do numbers, man. It's episode 47, so by that rationale, everyone, we will be discussing the number 47. Hey, it's William S2. Says, great show in Reading, PA. You were great. Thank you. Thank you, man. Had a great time there. A great time in Reading I had. Cammy G says, love the Paulsbo area. Paulsbo? I don't know what that is. Kitsap County. Where is that? Is that Spokane area? I'm not sure where you're talking about there, Cammy G. Poulsbo. Sounds like it, because Lance knows it. I'm going to do a show in Poulsbo, man. Paulsbo. Reading was fun. It was interesting. After the show in Reading, George McGregor is already getting into the numbers. He's naming them before I can. But just a little tidbit that was kind of cool in Reading. For one, I stayed right across the street from this arena downtown where there's a minor league hockey game going on that same night, and there was a lot of people going there. Reading has turned into a bit of a rough town, at least some parts of it. I was just like, whoa, things look a little bit rough here. But I went to Reverb, had a pretty good crowd, had a good time. Came back, I was at the hotel, grabbed my stuff because I drove home that night. And I was like walking through the lobby, and this young couple was like, oh my God, are you Ben Bailey? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, like, we got to get a picture. And at first they were like, that's so cool. And they like ran to tell their friends. And then they came back and asked for a picture. What's up? Chaos reigns all. Welcome to the hang. How you doing, man? Howdy, howdy. So they were very excited. And they were like, we were here. And I felt silly because I was like, were you guys here for the prom? And they were like, no, we're like 29 years old. I was like, I'm so old. You might as well be high school kids to me. That's how much I can't tell the difference. And And so they were like, yeah, our friends got married. We were here for a wedding. Our friends got married. Maybe they were younger than 29, but they were not in high school. And so I was like, oh, they love you too. And I was like, oh, well, sorry I didn't get to see them. Say hi to them for me or whatever. You guys will have a good story, and now you have a picture to go with it. And they're like, yeah, yeah. And then I got in the elevator, and I went to the garage level, and I was getting off. No, I was getting into the elevator, and they were coming out. And it was the couple that just got married. And, oh, my God, are you Ben Bailey? Same thing. And the woman, until I mean, they had just been married for like 2 hours, until the new husband, he was like, babe, come on. He was like, rein it in, girl. So the cool part, I did get to meet them too. And I got a picture with them, and they were like, this made our day even better. And I was like, it was really cool. It was a good note to end on, and then I hopped in the car and drove home. And returned a rental car on a one-way right here in Morristown, which apparently is a more cosmopolitan town than Champaign-Urbana. 47 facts about the number 47. Here come the weird, basic mathematical ones. Out of the gate. 47 is the natural number following 46 and preceding 48. I think we all knew that. 47 is an odd number. 47 is the 15th prime number. 47 is a safe prime. It is a supersingular prime. It is a Lucas prime. It is a highly cotoient number. It is an Einsteinian prime. It is a Keith number. It is the number of trees on 9 unlabeled nodes. It is a strictly non-palindromic number. It is a prime Thabit number. It is a Carroll number. It is an Ulam number. It is a square free number. It is a deficient number. It is an odious number. It is a polite number. It is an unhappy number. It is a pernicious number. And in binary, it is 101111. There's all the many, many facts about the number 47, none of which I understand. It's so crazy that people go so deep into stuff that we just have all of these terms for a number, and I literally don't. I mean, most of those I don't know what they mean at all. Do you guys? All right, on through those. 47 is a young adult novel by Walter Mosley. I think you're a little beyond young adult at 47. There are 47 prefectures in Japan. 47 is the number of Ronin in the Japanese story called, are you ready? 47 Ronin. Do you know what a Ronin is? Anybody? A Ronin is a samurai without a master. Let's hit warp speed here, folks. And then we'll continue. It is indeed an Einstein prime. That's what it said. 47 is a song by Sidhu Moosewala. Anybody have any idea who that is? Sidhu Moosewala. 47 is a song by Newfound Glory. Object 47 is the name of an album by the band Wire. 47 is a song by Karma to Burn. 47 is an American magazine. 47 is a British television channel. Agent 47 is the protagonist of the Hitman video game series. 47 is the atomic number of silver. It is the atomic weight of titanium. And Messier object M47 is a magnitude 4.5 open cluster in the constellation Puppis. Uh-oh, Mark G is tipping me again. $5. Thanks, Mark G. Boom! Blammo! Thanks, buddy. The new general catalog object NGC-47 is a barred spiral galaxy in the constellation Cetus. I know you guys all knew that already. 47-2 Tucanae is a globular cluster in the constellation Tucana. The planet Mars follows a 47-year cycle, after which it returns to the same position among the stars and the same relationship to the Earth and Sun. It takes it 47 years to do that. Overloaded says Mark Twain means the second mark on a line that measured depth, signifying 2 fathoms or 12 feet, which was a safe depth for riverboats. Huh. Lance, oh yeah, not the Millennium Falcon. Okay, here we go. I think that's really, really very interesting, that fact about Mars. Every 47 years, Mars finds itself in the same position relative to the stars, the Earth, and the Sun. The Roman numeral for 47 is XLVII. 47 is the name of the AK-47, which is also known as the Kalashnikov. 47 is the name of the CH-47 Chinook military helicopter. The P-47 Thunderbolt was a fighter plane in World War II. 47 is a popular in-joke at Pomona College in California. How so? What's the joke? Love for somebody to research that and let me know. A popular in-joke at Pomona College in California. The 47th Pope was Pope Simplicius. Is that really a Pope's name? New Mexico is the 47th state to be admitted to the Union. 47 is the calling code assigned to Norway. 47 is an American clothing brand. There's a band called Black 47, which they left out. And a 47-sided object is called a tetracantaheptagon. Or a tetracantaheptagon. Tetracantaheptagon. Or just a tetracantaheptagon. Or a 47agon. And that is numbers, everybody. Mr. C, the Bartman. What's up? 47 is the number of M&Ms in one serving. Nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm so pumped, you guys. I am so pumped. I'm not going to be, there's not going to be a show for the next couple of Wednesdays because we are going to be in Hawaii. I have 2 shows in Hawaii. We are going 2 days before the shows, and we are staying for 8 days after the shows. So we are going to be in Hawaii for a while, and I'm very excited about it. I find Hawaii to be a fantastic place and a part of these United States. So you get there and you're like, I didn't need a passport. My phone works. I'm still in the United States of America. So very excited to check out the Big Island. That's our first stop. We're going to the Big Island, which is called, believe it or not, are you ready for this? Hawaii. And we're going to check out the volcano and just hang on the Big Island for a couple days. Then to Maui for a show. Then to Oahu for a show. Oahu is where Honolulu is, where the Brady Bunch went. Remember, with the tarantula and the blueprints. And then after that show in Honolulu, we've got 8 days at a very nice place back on Maui, and I cannot wait. I'm kind of overrun by the planning of it all. I'm almost done with the planning, but really looking forward to it, man. We're going to try to just really unwind and really enjoy it. Lance wants to come and have his own room. That's what everyone says. It's amazing how many people, when I tell them I'm going to Hawaii, they're like, I want to come with you. Overloaded says, in Douglas Adams' The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, 42 is the number from which all meaning, the meaning of life, the universe, and everything, can be derived. I believe, Overloaded, that I mentioned that very fact on episode 42 of this show. But I've never read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And I think it's time I read it. I am currently reading another classic that I had never read, which is called Dune. And I gotta tell you, I'm loving it, man. I am loving it. Dune. I think like in high school, when I was first aware of it, it's better that I didn't read it then. I don't know that I would have been able to appreciate it like I do now. Although I did read some stuff then that was kind of heady, and I read Candide by Voltaire, which I went to my dad and said, "What, any recommended reading for this confusing point in my life?" And he said, "Yeah, read Candide by Voltaire," which I did, and I actually took away quite a bit from that. But I didn't read Dune. Let me have a look here. Roller Skater Texas Girl. What up? It's Roller Girl. How you doing? Welcome to the hang. What's happening? Are you in Texas? Are you a roller skater? Are you a girl? Doesn't matter. Stephen Fox. What's up, Stephen Fox? He says, "Hey, great show with the Funny Bone at St. Louis Saturday night. Very funny." Thank you very much, man. Don't know which one you were at, but I really enjoyed both of those shows. Late Night Crowd was like super fun, super into it, like almost too good to where it was like, oh my God, wow, these guys are so amped. Marta Weller says, "You have got to read the Hitchhiker trilogy," which actually has 6 books. I think a 6-book trilogy is interesting. It's like a double trilogy. But I will read those. Really, really enjoying Dune. It's so good. It's very vivid. I feel like I'm there, like super cool. Great story, great other, alternate universe created. Like it feels real, like, so many names. Here's the only issue I have with Dune is I will have the names of the different people and places and things in my head. And I'm like, these are not real places. I do not need to be thinking about them later when I'm doing other stuff. But yeah, I agree. Reading matters. Reading is fantastic. Pickers Burton says, "I read Fahrenheit 451 again recently." Nice. I haven't read that. That one I did read when I was younger. I haven't read that in a long time. Before Dune, I read a book called The Moonstone. I love the mystery. I love the mysteries, right? Sherlock Holmes, all-time favorite character, fictional character of mine, Sherlock Holmes. I read all the Sherlock Holmes, everything, stories and novels, everything. And then I read it again. Roller Skater Texas Girl. "Thanks, Ben. Yes, I'm a skater and work at a rink volunteering to floor guard and pick up slack where needed. Skated 8 hours today. Wow, you are a skater. Roller Skater Texas Girl. Excellent. Elizabeth Fahey blowing it up to the tune of $5. Thanks, Elizabeth. So here's what... George McGregor says the planet Harkonnen. No, the Harkonnens are the people. Maybe they have a planet. The planet is Arrakis. That's how I say it in my head. That's the original, or that's the thing I was originally going to say about Dune is that I have all these places in my head, and I'm just saying the names of these places and people, and I don't know if they're right. Yeah, Caladan is where they came from before they went to Arrakis. Overloaded says Voltaire's mother died when he was 7 in 1701. I did not know that. Look what he went on to do. Candide is a great thing to read. Mark G will not be outdone, and he's dropped another $5. Booyah! I'm really loving Dune. Before Dune, I read The Moonstone, which is allegedly, and very, very possibly, the first mystery novel story written hundreds of years ago. And it's great. If you like a good mystery, read The Moonstone. Fantastic. Mark G, I will be in Arizona in January. I think it's the 27th. It's not on the site yet, but it should be. I don't know why it's not up there. I think we're just not putting dates for 2024 up yet, but they're coming. I'm going to do a whole run through that area. The Moonstone is a great story. Very well written, very well crafted. It's crazy when you're reading it to think of how old it is, because it's really, I mean, it's really that good. Yeah, I'm addicted to the spice, Picaris. You could see my blue on blue eyes. There's no white. So before I read The Moonstone, which Emma located the oldest mystery novel, because she knows I love the mysteries, I read all of the Sherlock Holmes, and then I read it again, and then I was like, wait a minute, there's one in there that I remember reading and loving that wasn't in this anthology. It's called 221B Baker Street. It's an anthology of all the Sherlock Holmes writing, everything, short stories and novels alike. And it's so good. But so I had previously been told and read online and everything that Holmes, the character of Sherlock Holmes, was largely attributed to a professor that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle had, a guy named Joe Miller, maybe Campbell Miller, and I just took that as the truth. But from what I've read now, I'm not so sure that's true. Doyle said that he owes a lot of it to that professor, the fact that they came up. But I think that all that means is that professor may have introduced Sir Arthur Conan Doyle to the literary works of one Edgar Allan Poe. Because I kept thinking, what is that Holmes short story? Where is it? I couldn't find it. And I realized that it's because it's not a Sherlock Holmes story. It is The Murders in the Rue Morgue by Edgar Allan Poe, which was written 50-some years before the very first Sherlock Holmes writings. So, talented hack Ben Bailey's ethereal aura was too much for my bandwidth to handle. I don't know what that means, but it sounds... Oh, your internet crashed. Talking too much about heady things. But, so there's a character in a couple of Edgar Allan Poe short stories, Dupin, D-U-P-I-N, that I think is the real inspiration for Sherlock Holmes. Because I read 221B Baker Street anthology all the way beginning to end. And then I was like, where is the story? And I keep wanting to tell you what it is about that story that made me keep coming back to it. But I can't because it'll ruin it. If you have never read Murders in the Rue Morgue and you like mysteries, you should read it. It's awesome. I think this character is the original inspiration for Sherlock Holmes. And it's because when I switched over and I started reading Edgar Allan Poe after having read all of the Sherlock Holmes works once and then again, when I was reading the Edgar Allan Poe story, Murders in the Rue Morgue, featuring a detective character and a non-detective sort of sidekick character who I believe is also a doctor, I forgot that I was no longer reading Sherlock Holmes. Right, nevermore, quoth the raven, nevermore. Murders in the Rue Morgue is a great, great little mystery story with a great detective character. No, I have not seen the movie Poe. I haven't really gotten way into Poe yet, which it seems like I would on that route. And maybe I will. I don't know. Oh, by the way, everybody, Laura is announcing the Discord chat. And she's got an email there. Looks like it's Big News Show After Show Chat. So BNS After Show Chat at gmail.com for an invite. And you guys can join the Discord after the show tonight, which is awesome. So anyway, maybe that's kind of heady and boring, but I think the real inspiration for Sherlock Holmes is a character created by Edgar Allan Poe. And I think that's kind of cool and fantastic. Some people are like, what the hell are we talking about? Also a pretty good Iron Maiden track. Yeah, man. We were talking about Maiden over the weekend with the guy at the club in St. Louis, Matt. He went to see him. He saw him live 3 times. Lance O says, I met the author many times for work. The author of what? Hold on now. Devil in the White City. Oh, I don't know what that is. Kyle, wait, someone's asking me a question here. Kyle B152, do you remember Jerry? Jerry from college. Maybe. I don't know. Did I know a Jerry? Is that a question for me? The Telltale Heart. Yeah, those are terrifying. Classic. But perhaps even more amazing and interesting, the fact that Sherlock Holmes, not even arguably the greatest detective character of all time, was inspired by a different detective character. I really think it was. I'd love to hear some thoughts on it if anybody is as much of a nerd about that as I am. Jerry from ODU. Maybe, man. I probably would. That's a long time. Is that you? Are you Jerry? Jerry? Jerry. I think I remember a guy named Jerry. Talented. You missed me in St. Louis. What happened? Yes, you're right, Elizabeth. If you just tuned in, you'd be like, what? Jerry Burney? Is that your last name? I'm confused now. Not Jerry Seinfeld, Con. Nope, we did not go to college together. He's older than me by quite a bit. Yes, ODU. Yeah, I don't know. I think I remember a guy named Jerry. Overloaded says, Holmes and Doctor Who are your favorite. It's so funny. I never even heard of Doctor Who until they were like making a new one. There was like, they're making a new Doctor Who. I'm like, what's Doctor Who? Chaos reigns all. What's up? Welcome to the chat. I'm just reading what you wrote. I always wanted to get Edgar Allan Poe in a headlock. That thing is like a pumpkin. A quote from Brock Sampson. That's really interesting. I guess Edgar Allan Poe had a huge head, too. Monorail 425. I think I saw a thing, but don't know what thing I thought I saw. Is that Sylvester the Cat? Oh, he's your uncle. He had some funny stories. From ODU? Oh, God, I've shuddered to hear them. Please don't share them. I might lose fans. I was out of my mind at that point in my life, man. Absolutely crazy. That's cool, man. Your Uncle Jerry. Say hey to him for me. I think I remember the guy. I got a picture in my head, but I don't know. I don't know if it's him or not. I met a lot of people back then, and way more people than that since then. But maybe I'll watch some Doctor Who. And I'm going to read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy for sure. But first, I still have a lot of Dune to go. Let's do one of these, man, before we are out of here. Cash Cab Drive-By, folks. Which means you get Little Dancing Ben. Drink your drink, drink your drink. Yeah, say hi to Jerry, man. Crazy. So crazy, man. Angela O says, I loved Encyclopedia Brown. Nice. I mean, Holmes really like influenced every single detective character since then, you know. But so here's another interesting angle to that, and I'll move on. I was like, okay, so Edgar Allan Poe inspired Conan Doyle to come up with Sherlock Holmes, I wonder who inspired Edgar Allan Poe. And I wonder who inspired the person that inspired Edgar Allan Poe. You got to go back a fair way before you get to the Moonstone. Like a long way. And I want to tell you guys who wrote it real quick. There's a message from Emma from earlier saying, "Are you okay?" Because no people are texting that they are chatting and saying they can't hear you or see you. The Moonstone. You guys could look it up too, and I wouldn't have to stop the show. But I'm doing it. It's a funny name. The Moonstone. Wilkie by Wilkie Collins. And it is allegedly the oldest see, that says 1868 on it. But Poe is before that. I think Poe is 1850. And Holmes was not too long after that. But that might just be that one publication. H.H. Holmes and Sherlock Holmes are the same person? I don't know. Who's H.H. Holmes? Who dat? Interesting thing about Sherlock Holmes, everybody thinks he's like a coke addict. But he's not. He does it when he has nothing to work on. He doesn't use it to help his intellect during cases and stuff, as a lot of people think. He uses it to occupy his brain, because when he doesn't have a case to work on, his brain is such a machine that he's going cuckoo. He needs something to do. So he plays the violin as much as he can. And he does all kinds of stuff. He works in his lab, messing with different chemicals. What's up, Jeff Shepard? I didn't see your name before. Howdy. Blues Clues is clearly part of a conversation you guys are having that I am not keeping up with at this point. Matt Smith in House of the Dragon is probably the best. All right. Yeah, Marta says she's heard The Lady in White by Collins. Oh, okay. Nice. I'll check that out. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight in the works. Sweet. All right. This is great. I'm so happy you guys are into this stuff. Depending on who you're talking to, when you start talking about novels and inspiration, you don't always keep everyone's attention. I'm glad that I kept yours, and it is 10:15 already, so it has gone by very quickly. Yeah, check it out, Elizabeth. Good reading, and I've got plenty of reading to do. I still have Dune, all of Dune, and then I think I'm gonna dive into Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, man. H.H. Holmes had the Murder Hotel in Chicago during the World's Fair. Okay. H.H. Holmes, first American serial killer, featured in Devil. Okay, so you guys are still talking about that Devil in the White City. I gotcha. All right, here we go, guys. It's time for this. Sunday. Wednesday is Sunday on the Big News Show. Wednesday is Ben's Day, and we're celebrating the holidays, which aren't really holidays. They are like national days. I call them holidays. And Emma wanted to make sure that you guys know, and that I know, that they're not actually holidays. I think they are. I'm going to celebrate them as if they are holidays. Today's are quite interesting. They are overloaded. About to start getting ready for tonight's stream. Have volume turned down. Oh, so it's very loud on your end, huh? Because that's not always the same. That's not the same outcome for everybody. It's very difficult to manage the volume levels on these things. Sorry if it's like crazy loud. Here we go. Today's national days. I will. Marta says, be sure to read all three of the main trilogy of Hitchhiker. Yeah. What's up, Keesman? Dave Keesman, how are you, man? All right, today's day's National Cherry Cobbler Day. If you like cherry cobbler, have some, eat some, or at least tell someone how much you like it. How do you celebrate National Cherry Cobbler Day? I don't know. It is also National Bike to School Day, which I picked that one because I have a very fond memory of riding my bike to school when I was a kid. It was awesome. I literally would go like down a street that had no cars on it or very few cars on it, turn onto another street that had no cars, hit a gravel path in the woods, ride over a bridge over a little creek, and down the other side. Like, you could do it without getting off your bike if you were like had good speed and you were pretty good on your bike. But you could also wipe out trying to do that. But it was like idyllic. It was perfect. And then I would just ride like another half a mile down that road, and there's my little elementary school. Come in through another path through the woods and I think there might even have been another little stream over there. It was like fairy tale stuff, man. I feel very lucky to have grown up that way in a lovely little town called Chatham, New Jersey. Chatham. Bike to School Day. Celebrating Bike to School today. And also, and maybe my favorite of today's 3 days, it is National Mushroom Hunting Day. Don't pick them. Don't search for them. You hunt those little bastards. One day only. It's Cherry Cobbler Day. Go make a pie out of cherries and then eat the whole thing and celebrate like you should. Now get on your bike and ride to school, because you just ate a whole pie and you need to burn some calories. And while you're on the way, you go through the woods by that little creek. Do some mushroom hunting. Those little buggers deserve to die. Thanks very much, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed episode number 47. I certainly did. Sorry about the little mishap up front where I was not on and I thought I was. And thanks for hanging out until I did figure it out. And welcome to all of you guys that are new. Enjoy the Discord chat afterwards. We are going to check in with you guys at some point during our vacation, I think, but I will not be here doing the big news show next Wednesday or the Wednesday after. Methinks. Yep, that's the deal. So the next time we're doing the big news show here, it will be, like, that's Hawaii. That's Hawaii. It'll be Wednesday, July 7th. No, it'll be Wednesday, June 7th. June 7th, next big news show. That'll be episode number 48. We're approaching number 50, and we're going to do something special for that, you guys. If you think back a little bit, you guys will know what I'm talking about. We're going to do it for episode 50. Between now and then, I will see you guys for episode number 48 on Wednesday, June 7th. I will not see you.